Hi guys, it's Chai Mountains ASMR. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I've had to redo that intro 3 times because for some reason I kept messing up my own intro. Anyways, I have a bit of a different setup today. First of all, I'm filming in the daylight, which is weird. Second of all, I have a Christmas tree back there in the month of March. I'm actually gonna move over here because I don't like being off center. I feel like that looks weird. Okay, that's better. Anyways, so as you can tell by the title, what I'm doing is I'm going to be, and I know this video is not going to appeal to everybody, but hopefully just listening to me yap about something that I like will be interesting enough for you, if you're not into the music. So I'm going to be ranking all of Taylor Swift's albums before her new one comes out next month. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Anyway, so yeah, and then I'm also going to be telling you like my top 3 tracks on each album. Honestly, these shift like every day. These are just like the first 3 that like popped into my head when I like looked at the track list for each album. And then the ranking of the albums themselves also, they change. Pretty much the only solid ones are the top 2 and the bottom one, which is actually what I'm going to start with. I'm going to start at my number 10 and then go all the way up to my number 1. Also, my shirt says The Dog Father. I just thought it was funny. Also, my hair is even more faded than it was before. It's like almost not pink at all. It has just like the tiniest like tinges of pink and then still a little bit at the top here. So my number 10 album, or the album that I would consider to be my least favorite Taylor Swift album, is Fearless. I don't know how in-depth I should go. I'm probably not going to go too in-depth, but it's just the one I haven't been able to listen to it cover to cover ever. It's just I don't think it's a bad album. It just is my least favorite. I think I skip the most songs on Fearless. I think I skip I don't skip like too many. Only like probably 4 or 5. I can pull up the track list, I suppose. Fearless, Taylor's version, because obviously we only stream Taylor's version in this household. Track list. Okay, so from this, I like, and these are songs that, because for me, when I listen to music, I can skip even my favorite songs sometimes if I'm not in the mood for it. So like if I say to skip, it means I like probably am never going to really choose to listen to it. Like it's probably not saved in my library. And that would be Breathe, Tell Me Why, Change, You All Over Me, and That's When. I'm pretty sure those are my only skips. So what was that, like 5 or 6? But my top 3 and my top 3 songs for all of these albums are going to be in no particular order because I can't rank all of that right now. It's too much. I have The Other Side of the Door, because you know that outro. Bye Bye Baby, so underrated. Like I don't know why. Oh my god, I feel like my shirt's choking me. I don't know why people don't talk about Bye Bye Baby more. And then Come In With the Rain, also no one talks about that song. It's so good. I love her vocal intonation when she goes, I could go back to every laugh. I just think it's a really good melody in the verses. Anyways, my number 9 album is her debut self-titled album, Taylor Swift. I love this album. Like Fearless is the only one where I'm not like, I love it. Like I like it, but I don't love it. All of the rest of these albums I love. I'm going back and forth between this one being my number 9 and my number 8. It can go honestly either way for me. but my top 3 are A Place in This World, Mary's Song, and Tied Together with a Smile. I think her vocals on debut are better than her vocals on the OG version of Fearless. But overall, good album. I'm not really a country fan, which is why I have to rank it a bit lower. But honestly, the pen was on fire. It's a really good album, and like for someone who doesn't like country, I love that album. I listen to that album frequently. I mean, not like cover to cover, but I listen to songs from that album a lot. My number 8 is Reputation. It's just, the production is very much a product of the time it was made in. It's not as timeless to me as her other albums, which is why I have to put it low. I like the songs. I love a lot of the songs, but I don't love all of the songs, you know? Anyways, so for my top 3, sorry, I have Call It What You Want, Don't Blame Me, and Getaway Car, and then an honorable mention for that would also be Ready For It. I was going back and forth between putting that one and not putting that one. My number 7, and again, this could also be like fairly interchangeable with like number 6 and number 8, I guess, would be Red. I also skip quite a few songs from Red, but Red, well, not quite a few, like some, and I'll tell you. But it's a really long album. It's 30 songs, so like, you know, it is what it is. I did not want to open Reddit. Like, from this album, I don't listen to Starlight, Girl at Home, and Run. Those are the only songs that I like don't have saved in my library because I just don't care for them that much. It's not that they're bad, they're just, I don't care for them. And you know what, Taylor has like 200 songs. I don't have to like every single one of them. I like 95%. So it is what it is. And my top 3 from Red are Sad, Beautiful, Tragic, The Lucky One, and Nothing New. I was blessed to be able to see Nothing New live when I went to the Eras tour, because I went when Phoebe was one of the openers, Phoebe Bridgers. So I got to see Nothing New live. I think they only performed it live maybe, what was it, like 12 times, give or take a few. My number 6, actually, this album shot up in my rankings. It was my number 9, and now it's my number 6. Again, interchangeable. After the Taylor's version was released and we got the vault tracks, and that would have to be 1989. My top 3 are Slut, Clean, and Now That We Don't Talk. Honestly, I am obsessed with all of the vault tracks. I think pretty much every single vault track except for Say Don't Go are better than almost all of the songs in the original album, and I just feel like the production got like a lot, and the vocals got a lot more like refined and like tightened, but like in a good way. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I do love, like, one song that like really like shot up in my rankings as well is Welcome to New York. Actually, I like always liked that song, but like the only thing is that after the, what part of the song is it? I don't know, I can't think of, it's before the second chorus. I don't know if there's a pre-chorus or if it's just a verse, I can't remember. But the part where it's like the it's a new soundtrack, I can do, like that part, it's like it's a new, I feel like that doesn't hit as hard. It doesn't hit as hard as it did in the stolen version, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Overall, I think most of the songs were improved except for New Romantics. There's like this weird, like shrill, squeaky sound in the background of the production of the chorus, and it just, it's like, and it, the only way I'm able to describe it is like it's a basketball video game. That's the only way I know how to describe it. And I don't particularly care for it. I really like You Are in Love. I liked the song before, but the harmonies in the final chorus, I believe, where it's like, I really, those are like so much more like pronounced, I feel like, and love. Okay, now we're in the top half. So this album, the re-recording, and this obviously gives it away, the re-recording kind of disappointed me, and that would be Speak Now. I feel like the re-recorded version of Speak Now lacks a lot of the passion. I feel like it was approached with a lot more of a blasé. It just has a much more blasé approach to it, I would say, which, you know, obviously she's not gonna be able to recreate the exact same emotions as the original, but I just feel like she just kind of didn't give a fuck. Like, my favorite song is Dear John, and I still have it in my top 3. I can't stand the re-recorded version. Like, what did you do? What did you do? However, I love the re-recorded version of Innocent, which is also in my top 3. My top 3 are Innocent, Electric Touch, and Dear John. Electric Touch, literally, my soul ascended the first time I heard that song, and the guitar and the rock and Fall Out Boy. It's like, oh my god, it's just incredible. So good. I love it so much. The vocals, her vocals, it's 8:05 and I see you too. And then she just, so good. Oh, I should have put Foolish One. That's also an honorable mention. Foolish One. If I got to pick one more to be in my top, I would pick Foolish One. I love that song. My cards are on the table, you're in your hand. Chances are tonight you've already got plans. I love the vocal melody on Foolish One in the verses and the bridge, or is it like a post-chorus? Now I'm sliding down the wall. Whatever part of the song that is. Love. I did buy secondhand the original Speak Now, the stolen version of Speak Now. I bought a CD so that I can like listen to it in the car one day if I'm like missing the OG Dear John. A lot of the songs actually did grow on me, like the ones that I didn't particularly care for, like Hours. Same also goes for 1989. I didn't really listen to Wonderland at all. It was a skip for me. Now I can like listen to it on occasion. I'm still not really reaching for it, but Wonderland and Hours both improved drastically for me from the stolen version to the Taylor's version. Okay, number 4 is Folklore. Controversial, probably. I love Folklore. Folklore is the album that turned me into a Swiftie because she like announced, like, cause I had followed her, I think on Facebook. I have like her page liked because so you can tell by looking at me, I was like fucking emo in like middle school and high school, like probably from like 7th grade to like 9th grade, like early 10th grade. I was like like emo, like 21 Pilots, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, like emo quartet. That was like my shit. So naturally she announces the collaboration with Brendan Urie. I'm sad, of course. So I think I had her Facebook page liked from that, and I did like the song Me when it came out, and I listened to a couple songs from Lover when they like dropped, because I remember, I don't ever remember listening to the track Lover, but somehow I knew it before I like was diving into Taylor's discography. So, and I remember, okay, but I'm not talking about Lover yet. Anyway, but so I saw she announced I'm coming out with an album tonight, and then I saw that it was like registered in the alternative genre, and I was like, Taylor Swift alternative? I'm sad. And yeah, so I listened to it, and my life has changed. I'm now an insufferable Swiftie. Anyways, my top, I was gonna say 4, but this is the 4th album. My top 3 from Folklore are Hoax, Epiphany, and August. No one ever talks about Epiphany. Literally, screw you. If you hate Epiphany, go die. Not literally. Epiphany is so good, but maybe it's just because like I did dance like my whole life, so I look at that song from the perspective of like a dancer. So like for me, like, and it's not always, but like a lot of the times a song that's like not gonna be like as well loved or well received, I can appreciate it because I'm like, that's a perfect song to like do a dance to like do like a contemporary dance to or something. And Epiphany definitely fits that bill. Hoax is just so sad. It's just, I love a good dark piano. And August, everyone loves August. Like, obviously, listening to August on the beach last year, chef's kiss experience. Anyways, that brings us back to our number 3, which is Lover. This used to be my number 1 album. This was like my first like stan album where I'm just like Lover, 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 Lover. I loved Folklore, but I was not like, it didn't entirely consume me the way Lover did. Lover brings me back to the summer of 2021, because I feel like that's when I don't think it's necessarily when I listened to it for the first time, but that's when I listened to it the most. I like tried listening to Lover when it came out, but I was just like still like too emo, so I was just like because I was like, oh my god, these are like the coolest track titles I've ever seen. And then I listened to it and it was just like so pop, and I was just like, oh, like I just wasn't ready for that in that time of my life yet. My top 3 from Lover are Afterglow, Death by a Thousand Cuts, and Daylight. Oh my god, so good. Like that's like the holy trinity for me. I also love the tracks that are less popular, like I Forgot That You Existed, It's Nice to Have a Friend, Me. I love all of those songs. People are like, Lover's too long. I think Lover's perfect. Okay, hot take, I don't really love All of the Girls You Loved Before. Like, it's a fine song. It didn't need to be released. It could have stayed in the drafts. It could have stayed a demo. It could have stayed leaked. I'd rather have Need, but again, I don't think it has to be released. I think it can just stay. It can stay in the vault. My number 2 album is Midnights, which, crazy how that's like her most recent album and it like is already like at the top, and it's been at the top pretty much since maybe like a month or 2 after it came out. Which makes me very excited for the Tortured Poets department. First of all, the title of that album is insane. Anyway, we're not talking about poets, we're talking about Midnights. I love Midnights. Midnights is my most listened to Taylor Swift album. I listened to it non-stop for probably like a week or 2 after it came out. Like, that was, I could not physically consume anything other than Midnights. My top 3 songs are Maroon, Bigger Than the Whole Sky, and Glitch. If you hate Glitch, I hate you. You're wrong. That's a bad opinion. Glitch is one of her best songs ever. It's hot, it's sexy, the production. Oh my god, I love Glitch so much, literally. I want to marry the song Glitch. That's how much I love it. I don't understand Glitch haters. You just don't understand, and you're stupid, and I hate you. Bigger Than the Whole Sky is like the saddest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and I love sad, and low-key I kind of like how atmospheric it is. I danced to that song. I made one of my dance teachers who she was like a diehard Taylor Swift hater. She's like, I hate Taylor Swift, like no, like ew, blah blah blah, not a fan. I was like, no, like listen, like can we please dance to this? And she was like, okay, I like this song. And I'm like, yup. I'm so convinced that there is at least one Taylor Swift song for dust in my face. There's at least one Taylor Swift song for every single person that there is. Even if you're a hater, I promise there's one Taylor Swift song that you like. You just probably don't know it yet, or maybe it hasn't been made yet, but I promise it exists and you love it. And then I don't even need to explain Maroon. Everyone loves Maroon. Ow. I like hit my hand on the seam of my hoodie. Actually Maroon and Afterglow have like the same effect on me, because the Afterglow starts with and literally I just have to beat myself, like beat my leg every time. And the same with Maroon with the I love the bass in Maroon. I love her vocals in Maroon. I love the burgundy on my t-shirt when you splash when she goes like all and the reason I gave up. I wish she would add it to the Eras Tour set list with full production. Everyone's like, oh my god, she should add You're on Your Own Kid, Yo Yo, Yo Yo, Yo Yo. Like, okay, but like also I don't hate Yo Yo. I just think it's a little overrated. Sorry. Anyways, that brings us to our number 1, which is obviously by process of elimination, Evermore. Evermore is fucking her magnum opus. It is the best thing ever. I love Evermore so much. Like, I hope when you think of Evermore, you think of me. When you think of me, you think of Evermore. We are synonymous. We are one. We are one. Yeah, I had just like, this was actually a grower on me. I did not really like Evermore when it first came out. I was just like, it's just like a little like, it was a little bit more experimental than Folklore in my opinion. I was just like at first I pretty much was just like Champagne Problems. I can't even remember what other songs I listened to. I think Gold Rush was another one, and then No Body No Crime. Those were like the first ones that I was like, yeah, like I'm such a diehard for these songs. Like I skipped so many of them at first, but then sometime when I had my broken foot, which was 3 years ago-ish, so it was like probably late spring to mid-summer of 2021, I just like had like a full moment with Evermore, and I was just like, oh, I understand. Like happiness, 'Tis the Damn Season, and then that being paralleled with Dorothea, which Dorothea was probably the track that it took me the longest to like come around to. I didn't really fuck with Dorothea until I think August of 2022. That's when it clicked for me, and that's when I got like locked in, and I was like, right. The parallel between 'Tis the Damn Season and Dorothea, same story, different perspectives, classic. But those aren't even my top songs. This was actually really hard to pick, but like right now, like in this very moment, I'd have to say Ivy, one of the most brilliantly written songs of all time. Closure. I need to take a moment to talk about Closure. Anyone who doesn't like Closure, I think it's because they are fucking too simple-minded to comprehend music that is not 3/4 or 4/4. What is it's like 5/4 and 6/4, I think. They just don't understand that it's a complicated time signature. They're like pots and pans. First of all, it doesn't sound like pots and pans. You're deaf. You're deaf. You don't understand. It does not sound like pots and pans. You're stupid and you're deaf. The lyrics are like, they're fairly simple, but they're very concise, and they just hit. Like, there's like a perfect amount of like bitterness, but it's not even like bitter and like I'm bitter, but it's just like, you left a bitter taste in me. Like, oh my god, I love Closure. When I went to the Eras tour, I had Closure lyrics written down my arm. I said, don't treat me like some situation that needs to be handled, because are you kidding? I can't believe there are so many of you Swifties out there missing out on Closure, missing out on lines like, don't treat me like some situation that needs to be handled. I know I'm just a wrinkle in your new life. Staying friends would iron it out so nice. Oh my god. I love Closure so much. It's been a long time, and seeing the shape of your name still spells out pain. It wasn't right the way it all went down. Looks like you know that now. Oh, it's just like, it's like petty. It's just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And then I also have Evermore. I don't know if this is like in my top 3, but it's just like the first one that like came to mind, so I felt like I had to add it. Like, I like never really understood, but then like I understood. I was like, oh, she's talking about like that whole time that like preceded Reputation, that whole era, and it's just, yeah, it's great. Anyways, holy shit, I did not realize this video was so long. It's already almost a half an hour. Okay, well, I'm not gonna go on any longer, but that's my Taylor Swift album ranking, plus my top-ish 3-ish songs from each album. Hope you enjoyed. Stream the Tortured Poets Department on April 19th, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Thank you so much. I never thought I'd get to 1,000 followers on anything ever, because I'm like, I don't find myself to be very likable, so I don't even know what to say, but thank you so much. And have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.